Hello and welcome to the Saturday edition of The Box Seat. I'm Mark Warwood. 8 races on Saturday at Ascot. We're expecting a sunny day around 28 degrees Celsius. The track to be a good 4 and the rail, it will be at the 3 metre position. Race number 1 at Ascot on Saturday will jump at 12:55. It's the Iron Jack Plate over 1100 metres and in replay. Let's have a look at the first up win of Beethoven.
They're at the top of the straight and running on is Beethoven. A further 3 lengths behind them then came Smile for Me. At the 200 though, Rubik Rose grabbed the lead. Beethoven though trying to run it down. They beat off Red Warrior. It's Rubik Rose, Beethoven. Beethoven, Rubik Rose having a great stoush. They'll split the line together. There's nothing in it between.
The replay is the only competitive form reference to the first race at Ascot on Saturday. Beethoven beat Rubik Rose in the replay, and I'm expecting the same to happen on Saturday. He got the better of Rubik Rose in the closing stages, and even though he goes up a couple of kilos here, I think he can make it 2 from 2. He was going away from her in the final stages, and I think this is an excellent opportunity for Clint Johnston Porter to make a winning comeback from injury. Goes on top from number 7, Rubik Rose. Had 2 trials leading into its first run, as opposed to Beethoven, who just had the 400 metres under Jerry Noske at Belmont. I think that's another reason to go with Beethoven, who's actually come up second favourite here. Number 6, Arion Lass has had a couple of trials, won both of them. Chris Parnham sticks for his father Neville. And in number 5, Angel Jupiter. He's by Planet 5 out of Tip the Angel. Angelic Ruler is a half relation to this horse. Went okay in its trial. If it was anywhere near as good as his half relation to be winning this, I just don't think the trial is anywhere near as good as the form that we saw in the replay. Top selection in race number 1, going with number 1, Beethoven, to beat 7, Rubik Rose, 6, Arion Lass and 5, Angel Jupiter. Race number 2 at Ascot on Saturday will jump at 1:35. It's the David Gray's Agling Handicap over 1,000 metres. And in replay, let's have a look at the latest victory of Market Ruler.
Market Ruler at the top of the home straight with her run. Followed back on the rails by Fairview. Rebel Yell further back, 200 left to go. And letting down Market Ruler, storm to the lead. Market Ruler dashes away from them. On the rails, Fairview. Then Fire and Rain and Rebel Yell. But Market Ruler's going to absolutely trounce them. Market Ruler more than...
It's really hard to knock the form of Market Ruler since she went back to the sprint trips. Won over 1,000 metres 2 starts ago with Damien Lane in the saddle, and was just a good last start when Kate Whitten rode her. She keeps the ride on Saturday. That was just 7 days ago, that latest win. It was over the 1,100 metres. I think back to the 1,000 will suit. She's 4 from 4 over the trip, and I know she's got a big weight here of 60.5 kilos after the claim, but she did carry 58 in her 2 victories prior to Saturday, so I'm willing to stick with her. Goes on top from number 4, Excise Free for Michael Lane and Chris Parnham. This horse was scratched last Saturday due to the hot temperatures. Has won 2 in a row at Bunbury and Pinjarra, but was beaten by Rebel Yell at Bunbury in a maiden on its first start. And that form just simply isn't as strong as Market Ruler, so I'm going to go with the top one. Then number 2, Kiss the Breeze, who's won a trial ahead of her return. Hasn't won for almost a year though. Kiss the Breeze has had 8 starts for the 2 victories. And then number 6, The Finest. Not sure what to make of the rest of the field here, so I'll chuck in number 6 for the Miners. Did win a trial at Larkhill before finishing 4th behind Strong Heart. Is a debutant, so is a bit of a watch horse. Top selection in race number 2, going with number 1, Market Ruler, to beat 4, Excise 3, 2, Kiss the Breeze and 6, The Finest. Race number 3 at Ascot on Saturday will jump at 2:15. It is the Crown Sports Bar Handicap over 1,400 metres and in replay. Let's have a look at the last start win of Vital Silver.
At the head of the others then, starting to run on. Further back in the field is Flower of Scotland. Vital Silver at the 200 though. Grabbed the lead from Retisona. Races away. Tycoon Target down the outside. Followed by Akiko. But Vital Silver's booted away from them. And Vital Silver draws away to win it. Comes on to beat Tycoon Target, Dane Fender.
That was a triumphant return from Vital Silver off the back of 2 very good trials around the likes of Enticing Star and Ambiente, who also won recently at Ascot. Has had 2 weeks off since that run, beat Tycoon Target by the 2 lengths. He did it at both ends. He was good early and he was good late, and he looks like a galloper that could certainly go through the grade, certainly the next couple at least. He has drawn a bit sticky here, barrier 9 in a field of 9, but he has got the speed to go forward and either lead or get into a very nice spot. So Vital Silver goes on top. From number 5, Pearl Trade. Really hard horse to catch this, but I do like the jockey book in here. Emma Stenter's ridden this horse the last 3 times, has found a fair bit of trouble in all of those races. Patrick Carberry, the stable jock, takes over from the stable apprentice, gets barrier number 1. If Pearl Trade gets a look at them in the straight, she will be in it up to her neck. As will number 8, Truly Belong, another unlucky horse in recent times. Was beaten by Platypus 3 starts ago, but has had no look behind the likes of Damn Ready and Fine Scent in her last 2. And then number 3, Fair Scenario, gets the bar plates on the fronts. That's not a change though, has had them on before. This is first up here off a trial down at Larkhill. Top selection in race number 3, going with number 1, Vital Silver, to beat 5, Pearl Trade, 8, Truly Belong, and 3, Fair Scenario. Race number 4 at Ascot on Saturday will jump at 2:55. It's the Varley John Marshall Handicap over 1800 metres. John passed away on Sunday of last week. He, of course, was born in WA and he rode the last WA-owned winner of the Melbourne Cup in Rogan Josh. In replay, let's have a look at the last start win of Royal Command.
Straight at the 300 though, and Mr. Albie let go and dashed up to join upwards others, and Sasso Circus with Reef Keeper. Here comes Royal Command though with its run as well, and from the back Trump this runs on. Royal Command joined Mr. Albie. Trump this trying to run Royal Command down, but Royal Command lifted home by Pike. Royal Command beat Trump this. Mr. Albie.
Royal Command certainly found his race last time out. It had been a very frustrating horse for punters, but he was ahead of Trump this in the run. They came home pretty similar times, although Trump this was a little bit faster over the last 600 metres, and Royal Command finally broke through. That was over the same course and distance as Saturday's race, and in a race that I think is pretty hard to solve, I'm willing to stick with him after he got the job done last time out. Goes on top from number 4, Reveille, who's been pretty frustrating since winning at Northam at the start of October. I think the step up to 1800 metres will certainly suit her, and Chris Parnham jumps back into the saddle. He rode her 4 starts ago and he has won on her. Number 3, Mrs. Brown's Boy, is the map horse here. The query has to be the trip up to 1800 metres for the first time. Hasn't raced beyond a mile, but he could get it very, very easy in front here. And then number 1, Taxagano. He's a follow horse for mine out of his run last start. That was over the same course and distance as we're talking about on Saturday. I'd just love to see him back in trip to around a mile rather than sticking at the 9 furlongs. Top selection in race number 4, tricky race, going with 5, Royal Command, to beat 4, Reveille, 3, Mrs. Brown's Boy, and 1, Taxagano.